was that article about, you know, me and Thorin and how esports has a representation problem was just so right. Look, with Duncan, right, and I know Duncan, and Duncan definitely makes edgy jokes, and I do a podcast with him, and he makes edgy jokes, you know, but that's Duncan, and I don't agree with everything he says or everything he tweets or every joke he makes, but still, in working with him for as long as I have never seen anything that suggests he's any of the things that people have tried to label him as. Never. Right? And yeah, there's that photo of me, him and Anders celebrating when Trump got in. That's for the same reasons I just listed. We all are very vehemently anti-Hillary. So, when all that shit was going down, at least when they do it to Duncan, there is, you know, not evidence, but there are examples you can use to say, I think Duncan might believe this because of this. But still, his video on gender inequality in esports was so balanced and middle of the grounds to try and portray it as, I mean, they couldn't even portray it as sexist. They had to say that was transphobic because it believed in cisgender normative status or something. You know, this article was ludicrous. And PCGamesN, what I got told by other games journalists, get this is how hit pieces work. They watched the esports awards and they saw Duncan get up and they saw me get up and they were like, right, we've got to get those guys. How dare those guys have their moment in the spotlight while we're over here? We're esports too, said the people who've been involved in esports for 6 to 12 months maximum. They think Overwatch, Tumblr Watch is fucking esports. They don't know a first thing about it. Probably never been to an esports event. But they think they're in now that it's big and it's niche and games journalism, mainstream games journalism is dying and they need a new audience to justify the salaries that they're not going to get paid a year from now because their publication will die. So in they come. And this is what they do. They watched us get up and get those awards, and then immediately there was a group of people, some of which were outside of the publication, didn't work for PCGamesN. They came together and they've got a little Slack group where they all talk and they all hang out, all these like leftist social justice types, and they were basically joint researching this article. Yeah, and Richard did this, and Richard said this, and write about this, and say this, right? And then they brought back this Hoey Bowie on Twitter or whatever her name is, Hannah Dwan. They brought back her. She hadn't written for PCGamesN for 60 days. She hadn't published anything for 60 days. And they said, you write it, you publish it, basically. And it was like a team effort to come and get us, you know? Now, in that article, they had literally said, I have a violent past. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is the implication there? I'm in America on a O1 visa. An O1 visa is a special status visa. It is given to people who are exceptional in the field of arts and sciences, I think. So I have gone through a series of checks to get here and get that visa. Right? And I got randomly flagged going through, and they went through all of my shit. Now, let me tell you, if I had a violent past, I don't get that visa. I'm not living in America right now. Because what is a violent past? Convictions? You know? What is it? A history of violence? I wouldn't be here. So it's immediately a provable lie. And second of all, the implication of that ever being in print, I've got to get that visa renewed one day, right? So what if that when I go for my visa renewal and the person who's in the room interviewing me Googles my name, finds that article, says, here, you got a violent past. What can you tell us about that? Oh, it's just a smear job. Well, why would you write it if it isn't true? I don't know. So they were literally jeopardizing my potential employment. So I thought, fuck this. No chance. Not today. I've been smeared by so many people and called a racist by so many people and called a thug by so many people. It stops. It stops now, and we go after anybody that does it. And if that makes me an asshole, I'm sorry. I've Took it on the chin for 2 fucking years, right? I've took the lies on Reddit on the chin. You drove a Redditor to suicide. Didn't. Suicide has wrecked my life. Suicide has ruined my life. I buried 3 friends because of suicide, right? Like, I don't take it fucking seriously, right? Survived it myself, incidentally. Yeah, Richard loves fucking suicide, right? So that lies out there. So I put up with it for 2 fucking years of me being demonized and monstered, and I'm not fucking doing it again. I'm not tolerating it in 2018. I'm not doing that ever again. So yeah, I lawyered up. And people were saying, oh, you're a fucking snowflake. You're an asshole because now you're going after these publications. How can you be a free speech absolutist and try and shut a publication down? I've had enough, mate. I've had enough of fucking... I've had enough of it being said in print, I am evil incarnate, when I haven't done anything to warrant that. My sins are so small compared to other people who've had careers in the public eye, right? It makes no sense to me that we can laud people who've got these, like, you know, I mean, I'm watching, like, the FaZe Banks guy fucking, like, you know, he's just self-destructing over here, lying about what happened in a bar, provably so, with CCTV footage. Where's your outrage about this, dude? Why isn't it wall-to-wall coverage about this guy? I'm still hearing about Loader trying to fucking headbutt me, and he fucked up. He just fucked with the wrong dude. It happens. It's not like I, you know, over-retaliated. I did what I had to do to not get hurt. You know, do you know what I mean? I live in a world now where it's like, because I'm a pre-packaged, vacuum-packed, hermetically sealed cartoon villain, I've got to let the good guy beat me up and be humiliated about that for the rest of my life, because that's actually preferable to self-defense. Self-defense can now be characterized as a violent past. So no, fuck that. I'm not losing a job that I love because some fucker who doesn't know me wants to fucking say I got a violent past. I'm not going into a room with fans and people worried if someone's going to stab me because they think I'm a fucking neo-Nazi because some publication fucking said it about me. Cheers for the sub, Tim the Toolman Taylor CS. Great name. I'm not taking that on the chin anymore, ever again. No way. So yes, I told them, I've talked to a lawyer. They say this is a libel case they will definitely take on. And the editor got involved because they knew I was going to sue them, because I was asking them questions. I was asking that Julian Benson guy, I was asking him questions like, you know, you said you're proud of the article. How did the article come about? Where did you get this? Why do you characterize me as having a violent past? You know, because I was just gaining information I was just going to feed to the lawyers, basically. And he tripped up and said some shit that I was like, right, gotcha, brilliant. So his boss got involved and was like, look, I know you through friends, and I basically agree that this article was really poorly handled and really poorly done, and what can we do to fix it? And I was like, well, this is how I fix it. My fucking lawyer, who is going to take this on for fucking free, is going to fucking put your publication to fucking sleep, blow blow, 2 to the back of the head. That's what I'm going to do, right? Because I know you ain't got the money to pay off what I'm going to get from this. And obviously that was a bit of grandstanding. You know, I was all jacked up and in the moment, right? And he said, well, you know, what if we did this? And then they added the apology. And that at that point, you know, you got them on the ropes, man. That's like fucking Ivan Drago killing Apollo Creed, isn't it, right? So I fucking said again, and that apology ain't gonna fucking work, mate. Because now this is an admission of guilt. So I went back to the lawyers, and they took one look, and they went, well, an apology is a tacit admission that they fucked up. So, you know, let's go for blood. Now, blood could have meant we go through a long court battle, and maybe I get some money. Or I outlined 3 things that I wanted, and I got them all. And one of them, obviously, was the apology. So I considered that a win. They publicly apologized to me and basically said that the language being used shows that I am not a racist, not a homophobe, not a transphobe, not a misogynist, and I do not have a violent past. That's the win. That's all I ever want. That's the fucking W right there. That if people fucking retract their lies about me, I'm all right with it. I don't want to feather my nest. Look at me. I'm fucking 36 and I got a kid's bedroom. I don't give a fuck. Right? I'll live just like this. I like it. You know? But I'm not financially motivated is what I'm trying to say. But, you know what I mean? You take that fucking L, PC Games, and you fucking take it. I hope they frame that fucking apology above that editor who said, I'm so proud of this piece. Frame it above his desk, and just as a fucking reminder that if you ever publish absolute outrageous, libelous statements like that again, you are out of a fucking job. Next time, I will end you. Next time, you fuck your mortgage, fuck anything. Because I'm tired of having to put up with these lies about me when I haven't done anything. Fuck them. From one journalist to a fucking another. Fuck you. We are not the same. So there you go. Right. Yeah, nice little... This Q&A session worked out all right, didn't it?